Hi guys, I'm Nick.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are The Gray Adventure. So we promised you guys a video update on what our quarterly budget is and all the expenses that we have while living on the road. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Now, of course, everyone lives a little bit differently while traveling, depending on what type of campgrounds you're going to or how often you eat out and how fast you travel. So how much gas you spend. So we're going to break everything down for you today and give you a look at what our overall expenses are.
Mm-hmm. And the app that we use to track our expenses is called Wallet, and we will give you some screenshots here on the side as we go through and tell you about where our money's going. The total that we've spent in the first 3 months was $7,607. And that includes 17 nights of free camping or boondocking, 50 nights paid at a campground, and then 18 nights within the Thousand Trails system. So we're gonna take all of our budget info and kind of break it down month by month and category by category so you can see exactly where our money is going. And hopefully this is helpful for you if you're thinking about going full-time or if you'd like to adjust your own full-time budget. So let's get to it.
So month number 1 for us was February. We set sail on the road. I don't know if we want to call it that. We hit the road the second week of February, so we only had a total of 24 nights that we were out living full-time. 11 of those nights were free camping and 13 were at campgrounds. And from there, we did, for rent or campground spending, we spent $425. And of course, because we headed on the road from Virginia all the way down to Florida, we had a lot of driving right at the beginning. So that accounted for $642 in fuel cost. And then groceries, we spent $485. And that first month, we were actually eating out quite a bit. Every single time that we traveled, we would stop for lunch. And then stop in restaurants, new cities that we were at. And so we spent restaurants $427. Other expenses that we had were insurance, clothes, entertainment, our phone bill, things like that. The biggest one for us was the insurance costs. We paid a total of $110 per month for our trailer and truck insurance. And then for our phone bills to keep connected while on the road, that's $100 a month as well. And then clothes, other smaller expenses, about $88 for that month. Moving on to March, we spent a total of 2 free nights camping. And then after that, we had 29 nights of staying in a campground, and a lot of that was actually at one campground.
Yeah, we stayed for 3 weeks at a campground in Florida with a few other families who were there at the same time. So we were there for a long time, but that actually made our grocery bill and our restaurant, that's what it is. Our restaurant bill went way down. We were kind of in the middle of nowhere. There weren't a lot of options for eating out. So we only spent a total of $206 in restaurants that month. Our groceries that month were $649. Got to find it in the spreadsheet here. $649 for groceries. So that one was higher because we were eating out less and buying more of our own food. Fuel that month was really down because we were stationary-ish for 3 weeks. So the fuel that month was only $284.
The biggest expense, though, because we stayed so many nights in campgrounds, was the actual rent or the camping expenses, which was $778 for us. We had other expenses as well. We bought some extra things for the camper, for the trailer. We bought a carpet, we bought some lighting, things like that, which we have accounted for there. And again, insurance, monthly phone bill, things like that are listed there. Those monthly phone bills and the insurance are pretty much going to be the same for us going forward. We did add an extra line so that we had Verizon data further down the road, so we will see that increase with our second quarter video.
Yep. And another thing to mention on our monthly expenses, we do not pay for health insurance. So we have health insurance through the marketplace, and the way that our income works out, we don't pay anything. We don't pay
nothing out of pocket.
Nothing out of pocket. So that's an expense that we don't have that a lot of people do have. So we realize that makes a difference.
Yeah. And then going into April, which was the last month for our first quarter on the road, total expenses $2,387 with 4 nights of free camping, 8 nights of paid camping, and then 18 nights of Thousand Trails.
That's when we started our membership and started popping into those more.
Yeah, so from there, we're actually going to see our rent costs or our camping costs go down gradually every month because we do have Thousand Trails. We split up the cost for our yearly Thousand Trails membership. Rachel can explain the membership that we have.
Yep, the membership that we have is now you're going to make me forget. No, the pressure's on, I don't remember. We have the Camping Pass, which is kind of their basic package, and then we added all 4 zones, so every area of the U.S., and then we also added in the Trails Collection, that's what it's called, right? Where we can also stay in the Encore parks, and so a few more resorts. So that, for a total for us, was $855. So we split that up into our budget monthly, which is $72 a month. So when we have our monthly rent,
it includes that Thousand Trails.
That Thousand Trails monthly.
And there are some Encore parks that we've stayed at, already one that it's included with Thousand Trails, but there was an additional nightly charge.
Right, it was $20 a night, so we don't count that in our Thousand.
So total for rent for April for camping is $249. And then from there, we traveled a little bit more. We traveled and paid $477 in fuel expenses. And then our grocery expenses went down a little bit to $583 for that month. But of course, when grocery bills go down, restaurant bills go up with a total of $409.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we weren't buying anything new for the trailer, so Home and Gardens at $0. Clothes, we did do a little more shopping, $130. Well, clothes, garden, health, beauty, so things like shampoos and toothpastes and all that stuff are included in that number. Insurance, still at the same.
For that month, life and entertainment was actually up. This is any expenses that we have related to going to museums or any attractions like that. We spent $196. Typically that's lower for us. We try to find free museums and free attractions, but anytime you go to a state park or anything that they're charging you to get in or going to a museum, that's included in those
that
prices.
month included Williamsburg and Jamestown, and Williamsburg was probably one of the most expensive things that we've done on the road so far.
That was at least $100 just for us.
Yeah.
So, and that's pretty much a wrap up for Q1 of our full-time living on the road. As I mentioned, we'll have all the information listed on the side so that you can see everything. But if you have any questions about where we're spending our money, how we're doing everything, or how we're tracking it, please let us know in the comments. We'd love to answer your questions, and maybe if you have any tips or suggestions for us, that would be helpful as well.
We have a child knocking on our door. I don't know if you've heard the knocking, so we've got to wrap up, let our child back inside. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.